everybody. I'm actually going to have two parts to my talk here. First, I want to just tell you some stories of my recollections of the Campfire Circle and Saturday Night Campfires, and then transition from that into talking about our next project of the Alumni Association, which is to do some semi-major improvements at the Campfire Circle. And you'll be hearing, from us in our letters and postcards and requests for money. So we're going to spend a fair amount of what we have in our treasury today fixing up the Campfire Circle back there at Atchikidum Circle. You can get back there maybe after we're done here. You might have time to go take a quick look and see it as the adults are gathering, and then the kids will be filing in, and you're also welcome to stay for the whole camper if you like it as well. One of the things we'll be doing is adding some more seating. It fills up with scouts and adults, and also a platform sort of up on the high side of the circle, a raised platform that will facilitate sort of more guests coming in and using it. So, onto my stories, and Ernie set me up perfectly for some of these things, my recollections. My first year camp was 1972. So Ernie talked about those high benches in the back, right? So imagine you're a first year camper perched up on this high bench. Nothing to hold on to, nothing around, but a row of your buddies, first year campers right next to you. So guess what the second, third, and fourth year guys did a couple rows in front of us? They just turned around and poked us right in the chest. So about one of every three couldn't hold on and went off the back of the bench. All in good fun. Nobody was injured. Getting a little older, I was a member of the Order of the Arrow, and I participated in some of the pageants, and that was interesting. One of my memories was going into McIlvaine, where the Indian garb was, and you'd pick out the apron you were going to wear, and then there was usually some black underwear that was balled up on the ground, dusty, and that was what you were going to wear under your apron, your beaded apron. So you had to decide, do you want to wear the loincloth with no underwear, or do you want to wear the beaded apron, the really nice fancy beaded apron with the special black underwear. Next thing I thought about, so around that time, you're doing the outer fire. So who here, whatever was one of the fire lighters, the outer fire? Maybe you can join me now. I think I can remember it, but in lighting this fire, I'll be ever mindful of the eternal fire, of the eternal fire which burns within us, and the great, especially as is outlined, in the great scout oath, on my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty. And then, help me out, how's it close? Okay, well, my recollection was being really nervous about doing that my first couple times, and now I can't do it, but I'm not nervous about it. Okay, and then Ernie set me up for another little story, was with Ken Yeager lighting the fire. That was always a fun time to see whether the guy with the flint and steel was going to be able to light the fire, and then it usually evolved from clink, 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 clink. Use the battery. So there's a battery, and then when that didn't work, or that wasn't set up properly because maybe it was damp, use the lighter. I didn't see Ken Yeager do that, but it doesn't surprise me that it got to the fourth level there. So one of my, thing I still think about to this day, and one of sort of more meaningful times at the campfire was when I was the program director here. One of the awards that's presented, that the program director presents at the campfire, was the Honor Patrol, the Standard Patrol and the Honor Patrol Award. And I don't know how many of you guys remember the Honor Patrol, but it really was a special award for me as a program director. It was for the patrol. The two main things that I remember were the project had to be sort of above and beyond, and their logbook had to be kind of top-notch. So I enjoyed, reading the logbooks, and you'd get, these patrol leaders were so earnest, picking a project that was bigger than they could take on perhaps, and they had 5 to 10 hours maybe is really all the free time they have in a week to work on these things. Some of these guys got in over their head, and when they succeeded and really did something special with their project, we recognize that with the Honor Patrol Award. So I'd like to think this day, those patrol leaders that got the Honor Patrol, I think they have probably done pretty well in their lives. To me, it exemplifies what the camp does. Guys come in as kids, the first couple years of camp, having a lot of fun, following the older guys around, getting pushed off the benches. By the time they're third, fourth year, they're patrol leaders. They're taking on projects, taking on responsibility, and growing into men. So those are my comments about the campfire. I've kind of hit you up already on the project. So why don't I turn it over to AJ? I'm going to be up here again, so I may talk more about the project, but if anybody would like to hear more about the details, we're hoping to get underway on that this fall and get started, and it's probably going to be it'll be a multi-phase project. It could easily take us kind of 4 seasons, fall and spring, to get done everything that we want to do there. All right, thank you.